Hey everybody, what's going on? Zenrotto here. I'm back. I hope you missed me. I miss you guys. I'm going to go ahead today and bring you something that people have been asking for, they've been waiting for. The Fire Emblem Heroes Beginner's Guide. So today we're going to go over just some basic stuff. And then more videos in the series will sort of continue to get a bit more in depth. So today I'm just going to take you through the menu screen. I'm just going to kind of show you what the menus do, what they're for. So you can see right here, this is my castle, this is your home screen. There's only 4 main buttons here that matter. You've got Fe, the owl, who is like your gift box. The bottom right statue with the little 0, as you can see here, and a little pool of water is your achievements. The statue to the left with the cross and the symbol on it is your friend menu. So that's where you get your friend invites, it's where you can add people and do that kind of stuff. And then the bulletin board here in the top right is your in-game notifications. So that's where Nintendo sends you like your news updates and all that kind of stuff. There's a couple other buttons, you got your in-game currency up here, like your refinery stones, your sacred coins, you've got a volume control, and then the little green castle button lets you spend orbs to upgrade your castle, and that just sort of increases the EXP that your units get. I recommend doing that if you are thinking about it and you have a few spare orbs. I think it's only 10 or 20 to max your castle out. So that's, one pull, one multi, and you get a long-term benefit out of it, so I would definitely do that. And then you can click on your characters, and they'll say stuff. They'll talk to you a little bit. Occasionally, they'll have hearts or feathers coming out of them, and you can click on them to get additional hero feathers, which is you don't get a lot, but it's a good daily income. So the next tab over is your battle tab. This is basically the world map. It's where you go to access your stages that you want to play. Tempest Trials is a specific event. There's not one up right now, but when there is one, it's accessed through here. You've got your story maps that have everything in them. It's got main story, your extra story, your chain challenges, and the squad assault mode. Your training tower, which is where you'd farm badges and your level, like your character's level and SP. Your special maps, which are your special events. So right now, Burkett is here for 1 more day, Michaelis is here for 2 more days, and you have the special devs say thank you maps for the next 20 days. That's basically like a New Year's celebration where the devs thank you for playing the game for so long. They give you some challenge maps, and the challenge maps you can win some orbs out of them. Arena Duels is your weekly, air quotes, PvP, because it's not true PvP. You're playing against enemy player teams, but they're using an AI as controlling them. That's going to be a big source of sacred coins, a big source of refinery stones, and a big source of hero feathers. The arena has 20 tiers, tier 20 being the highest, but I'll go more in depth in the arena in a later video, but just know this is where you access it. And then the voting gauntlet is a special event that one of them just ended. Usually they have them probably every couple weeks, maybe once a month. I don't know if it's that long in between or not, but it's a special event where you can pick a character that you want to support. You join that character's army, and then you play the voting gauntlet stages to help gather points so that that character can win a tournament, basically. Alright, we're going to switch over to the ally menu. Now this is an important menu. The main menus that you're going to be in almost like 99% of the time are the battle menu that we just went over, and then this ally menu. Now I'm not going to go in depth on the ally menu because there's a ton of stuff, and I'll save that for another video where I just talk about the ally menu and what you can do in here. But your edit teams button, that's to put units on your team, take units off your team. You've got your primary team up here. Fire Emblem has 10 team slots that you can use, so that's a lot of freedom in storing whatever you want. And then you click on your character, put them up here on the top, and that's your active team. The characters that appear active to your friends, like your friend unit, is going to be Team 1. That's the team that's shared out to other people. Learn skills is what you go to in order to pick a character and have them learn one of their skills using their skill points. Characters come with default skills, or you can use inherit skill. I will go over skill inheritance in another video because that's a whole mess of worms. But the basic gist of it is that you can feed a unit to somebody else in order to have the unit that eats the other one get some of their skills to improve their skill set, which makes the game have a lot of customization options. Just a lot you can work with in general to make your units better. It's not just leveling them up and then they're done. Equip skills is to switch around the skills that you've already learned. So that doesn't take any SP. It just lets you, like let's say you want to switch your lance out for a different lance that you have already learned, or you want to switch your super attack to a different super attack, whatever you want to do. That's all done in equip skills. Equip seals is where you put on your sacred seals, which are just an equipable item that has whatever effect it says it has. There's a lot of good ones out there. Basically, they're A, B, or C slot passives, but they're reworked into something called the S slot or the seal slot, where you get that additional ability as an equip. Level up is where you spend level up crystals. It's sort of like a training mode. You can take these level up crystals that you get from playing the game, stick them into a unit, and they gain levels off of it. I don't recommend ever doing that for a unit that you want to use. What I would do for a unit that you want to use is go to the training tower, farm them up the proper way, because you get a lot more skill points doing that, and it kind of lessens your grind. But you can do this for stuff like fodder. Like if you're trying to level someone up so that you can awaken them to 4 or 5 stars so you can feed one of their skills to somebody else, level up is the best way to do that because there's no reason to waste the time on SP for them. Send home is basically releasing a unit. You get rid of them and you get a certain amount of hero feathers based on that unit's rarity. You almost never are going to do that because skill inheritance is a thing and it's a very important thing. So most people save almost everybody, but there are definitely units you can do without that you don't need. The Advanced Growth tab, this is another big one that I don't want to spend a huge amount of time on because there's so many options. But ally support is where you go when you want to pair 2 units together, like in the Fire Emblem actual series. What you do is you pick a unit, you pick another unit, they become bound together, and then as they kill enemies when nearby one another, they gain ranks. They gain up to an S rank support with one another, and when their support is S rank, it gives them additional stats when they fight together. The Summoner support is a special support where you can pick one unit and it becomes bonded with you, the player, and that unit always gets additional stats, and as that unit fights and defeats opponents, its bond with you will grow, and then it caps out at S rank just like the other one, and it gives additional stats to that specific unit. So you generally want a Summoner support with a unit that you use a lot. A lot of people will Summoner support with their best guys like Brave Lyn, Fjorm, whoever you want to support with that you use a lot. I would say just pick whoever is your favorite character that you don't ever see yourself taking off your team, because that way you don't have to build your Summoner support back up again. Unlock potential is awakening a unit from a lower star rarity to a higher star rarity. So 3 to 4, 4 to 5, whatever. Inherit skill is the skill inheritance menu. I am not going to go into it. It's a whole thing. We'll just keep it with the man, you know what I mean, the explanation I already gave you. That's the word, explanation. Alright, merge allies is where you go to fuse dupe units together. So just like every other gacha game, this game has dupes and you'll pull them. It's just a thing that's going to happen. You can go into this merge allies menu and you can actually put them together and you get skill points, and if they're the same rarity, you get an additional level. I don't ever recommend doing this for a unit that's like, don't merge a 4-star dupe into a 5-star because you're not going to get a level out of it. And don't max a 4-star unless you're free to play. If you're free to play, max 4-star units, because that way you're not going to have a whole lot of hero feathers to just level up anybody that you want. And a plus 10 4-star is going to be better than a plus 0 5-star. But if you have the feathers, you have the time, you play a lot, you spend money, whatever, to get a buttload of hero feathers, like as you can see I have an absolute ridiculous quantity of hero feathers, you can use those to awaken the lower rarity guys, and then you can go into merge allies and you can make a plus 10 even if they're all 4-star, because just how much you have. The Sacred Seal Forge, you spend your sacred coins, you make sacred seals. That's pretty simple. The Weapon Refinery, I don't want to go over yet because even I'm not 100% on the Weapon Refinery. You can basically awaken weapons into better versions of themselves, but some weapons kind of evolve into completely different weapons, and it's a whole thing. We'll go over that later. Confer Blessing is a seasonal thing. Up here in the top corner you can see that it's the Fire and Water season. You have blessings that will associate with these seasons, like the only currently available blessing is the Water Blessing for Fjorm. But you can give it to whatever hero that you want, and then that hero gets a bonus based on the fact that it's water season. The summon screen is exactly what it sounds like. It's the summon screen. This is where you go to try to get units, and then you get fucked up and you get really sad because you don't get who you wanted. Every day you get a free one, or not every day, but every new banner you get a free one, so that's nice. Shop screen is just where you buy shit. You can upgrade your castle here, or you can do it on the home menu. Either way, doesn't really make a difference where you do it. You can spend orbs to restore stamina or your stamina potions. Don't ever spend orbs on stamina because you get a ton of stamina potions. Dueling swords, you've got dueling crests. Expanding your barracks is just making your box bigger. And then the complete purchase button is for if you try to buy orbs with money and the purchase doesn't go through, you don't have to go through and call Nintendo or call Apple or Google or whatever and be like, I didn't get my money. It'll auto search for any failed transactions and it'll complete the transaction for you. And the miscellaneous menu, you've got the inventory, which is where all your items go, like your stamina pots, your dueling crests, your stuff for arena assault and all that. Your catalog of heroes is effectively your Pokedex. Just tells you who you've got, who you don't have. Hero merit list. Hero merit is something that you get when you battle. When you use a unit, at the end of every stage, it'll gain a little bit of hero merit. And then every 500 hero merit that it gets, you get 500 feathers from that unit. It's kind of similar to like Bleach Brave Souls, except instead of orbs, you get feathers. Settings is just your general settings. You can change your name, change your volume, all that stuff. Account management is to link your account to, say, your Nintendo. I don't think it's like a Nintendo family. It's like the regular Nintendo account. It's not like the special My Nintendo or whatever. It's weird that they're different, but yeah. And then be very careful in the account management button, because there's actually a button in there to delete your account forever and completely erase it. So if you click that, you're totally screwed. So yeah, don't do that. And the other buttons I don't really care about. So that's just generally the menu screens. I don't want to go over too much already because it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take just to get through the menus. But in the next video, we'll go over battle, and I'll explain to you guys how battle works. I'll talk about the weapon triangle, and I'll just kind of explain how you want to approach a battle. Because a lot of people have been asking me, I can't beat this fight, I don't know how I'm supposed to go about engaging enemies in this kind of game, and I'll take you all through that next time. Sorry for, I guess, the little bit of a quick video here, kind of rushed. But I wanted to get it out. I wanted to let you guys know that this is happening. I am going to take you guys through everything you need to know about Fire Emblem Heroes. If you are interested in that, or you just like hearing my beautiful dulcet tones, feel free to click that little subscribe button down there. That helps me a lot. Helps me know that you guys are interested. Feel free to comment any questions that you have about the menus in the comments, or you can @ me on Twitter, and I will help try to clarify a little bit, just in case I missed something. And then we will be back pretty soon here, hopefully, with the guide on battle and how to approach combat. Alright guys, I will see you later.